All right, Jen. Now you
Oh,
may do the honors.
okay. All right. Last time on Monster of the Week, we need a title for this game, really. Um.
New England Night.
Oh. Okay.
Something that I don't. You guys can
Wallace
make.
and Company.
Yeah. Because he's like a demigod or an ancient dragon or something.
I don't know why
Um.
you think he's so fucking like
There's something.
eldritch or something.
He's all powerful and all knowing. I know it. I don't know why he's a tortoise, but maybe that's how he gets his rocks off. So yeah, last time we were driving back from questioning some people, and uh, Raphael was looking through Lucy's mother's journal for any information about someone that could help us, and there was an entry on someone, deputy Stephen Pearson. Um, while Raphael has access to the diary, he also looks for mention of the McTiernan's family. Um, yeah, and he gets from that Uriel was like Gracie's main contact, Uriel being Raphael's dad. The only entry on Wallace was tortoise, question mark, which seems about right. That's why I think there's more to him.
It's just a tortoise, my guy.
Which
Yeah.
I think it's funny because they were in the game, the other game, they were questioning the divine being, and they were like, "What are you, like Uriel, the archangel?" And I was like, "Why did you use that name specifically?"
That's because he's got a bunch of angel names, so
There's anyway. Go on with your recap.
I really hope. I mean, if they're angels, that'd be pretty cool. Yeah, we end up back in Boston, and we get in contact with the police officer, and he seems, yeah, he seems to have known Gracie enough that he kind of seemed. Oh, he does the sigh, the one. He tells us to come to the station ASAP, and yeah. So we talked to him. And he pretty much wants us to, let him know if anything crazy's going on, I think. Um, oh, it's because of the whiskey. We wanted him because he has access to like labs and stuff. And so we gave him the top shelf whiskey. Um, so he promised that he'd get that to a lab and get back with us. Raphael does kind of like scope out like his office, and I think McPherson, or not McPherson, just straight up Deputy Pearson himself. He detects like a little bit of magic, transmutation, abjuration, pretty much. Um, yeah. Let's see. Raphael. Oh no, that's something that happened in the past. Yeah, we basically just, prepare for that night. Let's see. Raphael ends up scrying Officer Pearson. Um, he ends up getting a nosebleed and bad headache. So there's like, we take like a nap. Let's see. And we end up leaving to investigate that pond that Teresa Smithers told us about, where she saw Dave Matthews. Um, we end up finding something. Shocker. We track it into the woods, and we hear like a high pitched noise, and we see a blue light, and we end up finding what looks like it used to be Dave Matthews, but now it's more of like something that's wearing his skin, like a
He could still be there.
yeah. But
Dave,
he
are
had
you in
like
there?
yeah, it was obviously not him anymore.
And I mean, it doesn't.
Fight
What
even
was
it.
matter, he's
animating
dead
his
now.
body was not human, clearly. Also,
There
it
was
had
no-
like no.
I'm sorry, there were no like organs, just skin, flesh outside.
Yeah, that wasn't very pleasant. But like, it also had like a Y incision, like someone had done an autopsy on the body, and the incision actually opened up into some kind of mouth with teeth. So that was gross and awesome. And let's see, we end up. Oh, Raphael tries to communicate with it, like telepathically, but he doesn't get like normal language. He doesn't really get to communicate with it properly. It kind of sends back like symbols instead of words. Kind of made me think of Arrival, right? Is that what the
Mm-hmm.
kind of like
Yeah.
that kind of thing where it's just something not usual? Yeah, and that's when shit, gets real and it's hostile and we end up fighting it, and yeah, we do pretty great. I mean, we get kind of hurt too. I know I end up unstable at some point. Yeah,
Because
we
you
end
just
up.
went at it full speed.
I mean, yeah. What else are you gonna do?
Nothing. You got no other option.
Yeah, there wasn't much else I could do. Yeah. There's a whole we use magic and guns and my little knife. Yeah, we managed to get it down. It's basically dying, and Raphael ends up calling Kimmy, his aunt
Timothy.
Kimothy.
My cousin, Kimothy. You,
Yeah.
you mean you don't remember all my family members, Jen?
With names like Jimothy and Kimothy,
And
they all
Jenothy and Kennethy.
okay.
Kennethy.
It's
We
a
need to
big
get Kenny
family.
in here.
It's a big family and it gets confusing. I'll get it. But yeah, he ends up calling her. I think he wants her to come out for help. Yeah, we apply some first aid via magic at first, and then as Lucy runs back to the van to get like her first aid kit because she didn't grab it with her, she sees like a mysterious couple of mysterious unmarked black cars, just like someone's watching them. She's not sure what to do about it yet, so she just gets her stuff and runs back into the woods where Raphael is, and where the monster is like, I think it's like dead, and I think he used some ice magic to freeze it. I think we also were tying it up just to make sure.
Yes.
Yeah, we subdued the shit out of it, basically. But yeah, she tells him about these mysterious cars. Ew.
You tag team their ass.
Yeah. We like kind of grabbed like samples of the. I grabbed samples of like the scorched earth because there was like I think the light seemed to be like the light that we'd seen left like a burned mark in the ground. So I took some that like scorched soil as a sample. And we have this gross monster. And let's see. Yeah, sorry, I was reading. Kimmy does show up. I don't think she saw the cars though, from what I remember. Yeah, she didn't see any, so they had left apparently. But yeah. We end up, we we put the thing in the van. Oh, Liam. Oh well. Yeah, sorry this recap's so long. Yeah, we have the creature in the van, and on the way home, we stop by a store to get some whiskey and jerky, I think. Beer and jerky for Wallace, because that's important. And we
course.
see one of those unmarked cars again. Yeah, so it
I don't
seems like
trust
we're
it.
being watched now.
Watched.
Mm-hmm.
As if.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there also seemed to be like a man standing in the shadows by the store.
He
So
was
spooky shit.
getting milk, you know?
Uh-huh.
I
He
mean,
was
stuff's
just on his
possible.
milk run.
Yeah, it was sketchy though.
We don't trust you, Liam.
What? Why not? I'm your handy dandy keeper.
Mm-hmm.
You should
But we
be.
do end up sending like messages to like Kimmy is one of them. Kimothy. I'm sorry, I
Kimothy?
shortened it to Kimmy. Because we're not writing with
Monstrous.
Yeah, we do mention that we're being followed. We even leave him voice mail for Deputy Pearson about how we looked into the thing and we're currently getting unexpected and unwanted attention. We finally get home, put the alien in the basement, because that seemed like a safe place to put it, apparently.
He's in the Cape of
Yeah.
Wallace.
So this shit's in the basement. And when
I
we
bought a freezer to keep it in.
Okay. Yeah.
Did you?
Well, you ordered
I
one.
ordered it off the internet, yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
it's not here yet.
Yeah. I don't exactly remember how we subdued, like, what we did with it isn't wrapped up in a baggie or something?
Yeah, you tied it up.
Plastic?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know it's
in
tied
like a
up.
body bag.
And Wallace is looking over it.
Okay. With his knife?
Yeah.
Gave him some beer and jerky and told him to look
Yeah.
over the weird alien thing, and he got really excited.
Yeah. So, yeah. Yeah, and that night, resting up, both Lucy and Raphael have really disturbing dreams. They both wake up in a cold sweat at the same time, and all the electronics in their bedroom are on, which they weren't when they went to sleep. And on the radio, we hear that Teresa Smithers perished in a house fire.
Rip. F.
Rip. Oh, man.
Fucking
Yeah.
F.
I'll give you an F. And I dropped
There
a
you
10.
go. F's in the chat, everybody. Just pay respect.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, she's gonna be my favorite character. Liam, she's dead.
Strike her
Fuck
down
you gonna do
immediately.
now? You're gonna kill everyone you care about, except Wallace. I don't think we could continue. Like, we have to start a new game. That'd be the.
Well, because Wallace is God, actually.
He's the main character, so.
Well, Wallace, he created the universe because he's a representative of that turtle in Stephen King myth that created the universe.
Oh.
You know,
Sharon. Yeah.
Since Wallace is God, yes, you can't kill him.
I see. Well, yeah, that was a bit lengthy, but I mean, we did a lot of stuff.
Yeah, you did.
I didn't think I could leave any of that out, really. But yeah, so there's some stuff. I know, like, Uriel seems to be missing, which, I guess we didn't really think about it, but he's been gone. So Gracie, Lucy's mom, has been gone. Maybe it's related. So yeah, there's that.
There is that.
Mm,
It's the thing.
yeah.
All right.
So yeah.
So you guys
No.
wake up, and you heard, that Teresa had perished in her house fire, through the radio that was on because every electronic in the room is on or running all at once. And I think it's at that moment that you get a text back from Howard Lovecraft.
Oh yeah.
Is that
There
who we
was-
decided?
That's one of your mage contacts. That's not a family member.
Yeah, H.T. Lovecraft.
HT. HT. Yeah.
HT.
Howard.
Yeah.
Tungulus
Coward.
Lovecraft. His middle name is Tongue.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, and the text message. Can you remind me what you sent initially?
I might be able to do that.
Yeah.
I think it was something along the lines of asking for his help identifying the alien thing, because that's more his area of expertise.
Right, because of his late grandfather's work.
Right.
Okay, then yeah, he sends a text back that basically says, yeah, something weird happened to me about a month ago, and I thought it was nothing, but if you say that there's some sort of strange alien-like creature in your area, then I think I should come.
I'm gonna send him a text back asking him to come stop by the house and check it out.
Alright. He says it'll take how do the McTiernans, what's their connection with the Lovecrafts? Do they talk often? What's their
Probably
relation?
not, because I think, as we established last time, most of them are super racist.
Right.
And that's not cool.
Not.
So yeah. I mean, Howard's really the only cool one.
Alright.
Ironically.
Yeah, he's the black sheep of the family.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they don't like that.
Yeah.
Oh. Ew.
Anyway, they don't have the cat, and cat is out. If you know what I'm talking about.
No.
Go ahead and look up what H.P. Lovecraft's cats.
Oh. I see.
You're gonna. It's awful. It's terrible, and I hate it. Right?
Oh, that's wonderful. I mean, it's awful, but it's also slightly hilarious.
Yeah, I like to think that when we woke up and heard the thing on the radio and everything's on and assume there's a TV that's kind of blaring too.
Yeah.
And Raphael just like calmly like reading his text on his phone, and I'm over here grabbing my cross and saying a prayer,
Yeah.
just trying to turn things off that are loud.
Yeah, there's definitely some loud shit, like volumes all the way up, you know? Howard sends back, I'll be there in a couple of hours.
Okay, silly dilly dokio.
Okay.
I'm gonna
Oh,
I'm gonna help Lucy get all the electronics under control. And then I'm gonna go and check on Wallace and our corpse.
yeah, I'm definitely coming with you because, backup.
Okay. You guys head down to the basement, and you get to where where Wallace and Monster is, and you find that Wallace is standing in this puddle of blue goo. There's no Monster, and there's a skin now of poor Dave Matthews laying in a puddle of blue goo.
Mm.
Wallace! I told you to keep an eye on it. What happened?
He looks at you and looks to the goo. And if a tortoise could shrug its shoulders, he would.
I mean, it's still. Are there like teeth on that flap of skin still, or is that like all gone?
Yeah, it's like it's all like and it's at this point that Wallace looks down to Raphael's pocket, uh, a second before it starts raining.
God damn it, Liam.
I will pull out my thick Razor phone and
Okay.
flip it open. Raphael McTiernan speaking.
This is Deputy Pearson. You guys need to come down to the station right away.
Like right now?
Like, right now.
Like right now, right now?
I have information regarding the whiskey.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we'll be right over.
Alright.
Yep.
He hangs up the phone.
Well,
That was our good friend, the deputy. And he wants us to get there, like, right now. Because he has information regarding the whiskey.
okay. Well,
Okay.
let me
Alright.
put my shoes on. Run a brush through my hair.
Dave Matthews didn't need shoes.
And look at him now. He's dead.
Oh shit.
Well, shit.
It's a 1-to-1 correlation.
Mhm.
If you don't wear shoes, I guess you just hope you're prepared to die.
But should we take this the skin suit thing? to the deputy, do you think?
To the police station? The skin of a missing person?
Well, obviously, he's used to weird things,
No.
and it's evidence.
Yeah,
Here's the
it
skin of this
is.
guy who went missing. Yeah,
If
we're
we
gonna
show up there with the skin of a missing person, a jar full of blue goo, and start talking
Oh
about
yeah, I gotta collect that.
aliens and strange eldritch horrors, and they go and look at our phone records, and around the time of this purported story we start talking to the Lovecrafts. No, they're gonna call us crazy and murderers, and we're gonna get locked up forever. That's a terrible idea.
If I went around saying that some moistened bit lumped a scimitar at me, they'd put me away.
All right, I guess. Are we gonna have Wallace watch this then? I mean, what if it's still dangerous? What if his goo like coagulates back into something?
Well, then he can face the consequences since he fucked it up in the first place.
Okay,
We have
so we're
important
leaving him.
things to do.
Okay.
You know what Wallace's secret weapon is?
His indifference.
Slorp. Take a fucking sip, babes.
Wallace, don't eat the goo.
Um,
Jesus.
Alright. Then are you guys heading to the station now?
Yes.
Yeah.
We're gonna load up into the mystery machine and head on out.
Alright.
That's better than Pussy Wagon. That's
Yes.
indecent.
The Shaggin' Wagon.
Shaggin' Wagon, okay.
You
My
guys
bad.
make it.
Yeah.
And he's basically waiting outside for you. And he goes up
To get
to the van
arrested.
before you get out. And he's
Oh.
like I don't and it's only because it's you two. I don't want the rest of them hearing this. And he gestures, he's like, may I? Towards the side door.
The side door of the precinct or of the van?
Of the van.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Alright, he opens it and he gets in and he closes it and he's like, alright, this is crazy shit.
There's been a lot of that going on, my guy.
And he's like in the middle of the front seats where you guys are. He's like
Oh.
going up over the, the side or the middle compartment.
Yeah.
What the fuck is that called?
You can figure
Anyway.
it out. Center console?
Console, that's it, the center
Yeah.
console. And he's like, there's a chemical in this whiskey that hasn't been used since the 1940s. Maybe earlier.
1940s?
40s.
Yeah.
It was deemed or called unilaterate.
Unilateral. What?
Unilaterate. And it was used by, well, I don't want to say Nazi sorcerers, because that sounds crazier than it is. And formulas were perfected by, and again, this is crazier, a man with the last name of Lovecraft.
Where are you getting this information or making these claims from? What?
I looked in files and I have a person who is a hacker who can go into FBI databases, okay? And I could lose my job because of it. But this is insane.
Mm-hmm.
They used it to open the pineal gland in your forehead. Open it up to whatever kind of shit that you can see out in the fucking ether. And a lot of people fucking died because of it. Now, I don't know what the circumstances are because of their death. Their files only said that they were dead. What's going on here?
That's a good question.
That's a lot of crazy to try to take in. Unilaterate. 1940s. Wasn't the Roswell and all that in the 40s too? Or was that the 50s?
That was like the 50s. I think it was like the late 40s that the actual incident happened, and then a few years later was when it was actually like taken to Area 51 and all that jazz.
Mm-hmm.
Regardless.
Now, I've had enough. I've looked into weird cases and strange happenings. But this goes back too far to be a coincidence. What have you all seen?
Well, should we tell him, Raphael?
Yes, tell me.
That it would be better to show you first.
Yeah, it's too bad you can't see the full glory of it, because there's just a lot of goo. Not really,
Goo?
You'll see. You wanna take a trip down to the manor?
Yeah. I'll get my squad car and follow you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright.
He gets out, and he goes to the side parking lot where there's all the cars lined up. And he gets in his and he pulls out basically and waits for you guys.
Yep. I'd, crank up the engine and ride off. Back to the manor.
All right, he follows you guys, and
Yeah, and as we're driving, I always have the diary with me. I'm like, can you look, Raphael? Can you look through it again and see if there's anything about this unilaterate mentioned? Maybe.
Sure. Why
Maybe
not?
even look up your Lovecraft friends.
Okay. I will do so.
I feel like there must have been an entry on the Lovecrafts. Had to have been. But I can't,
I mean, it's hard to separate legend from truth with those guys. People like to tell stories, and they have a famous name.
I just want to see if my mama had anything on them.
I'll look.
She might have some real good stuff.
all right. Then you look around in the journal, looking for any mention of the Lovecraft, and it seems like Gracie came upon a Horace Lovecraft.
Of course.
And what do you mean?
Oh, nothing. Go on.
And his mother, Valerie Lovecraft. um, and she notes them as being secretive and very strange. Like Horace would go into these strange fits of speaking in some kind of different language that she didn't recognize. And his eyes would glaze over white as he would do this.
Sounds familiar.
Does it? Anyway, and that's sort of the big things that she noted. There hasn't been much. They've kept like a normal life as much as they can and haven't caused too much trouble since the 1920s when HP was off his shit, eating all the fucking cupcakes and seeing Cthulhu and all that.
Okay.
In the 1920s, there hasn't been much commotion around them. Just anyone who lives within a block of them have weird nightmares.
Natural.
Yeah, that'll happen.
And that's that. What else were you looking for in the book?
Mentions of unilaterate.
Oh, it's nothing's here.
Okay. So?
Alright, so you guys arrive if you're not doing anything else.
Nope. We're
Yeah, no.
showing him to the house so we can check out our trophy evidence.
Yeah.
Our skin in the goo.
The skin and the goo, exactly.
Yeah. We'll lead him down there. Now, before you start jumping any conclusions, I just want you to see what you see and then listen to our story, and then you can decide what you think.
He kind of puts his hand on his holster and he's like, alright.
And yeah, lead him down.
Lead the way.
Lead him down to the basement where Horace and the mess is.
Wallace
and the mess is. Yeah, the mess is still there, and Wallace is still there. And he's like, holy shit, what is that? At this point, he has his gun out, like, lowered.
Oh, it's dead and gone, I think. I think that's just its...
What is it?
Now, remember what I said about keeping an open mind and listening to our story.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna start explaining how we came to find what was left of Dave Matthews.
You gotta be fucking kidding me.
No, it's the truth.
I'm crazy?
No, I think you're very sane and very helpful. We had a crazy night.
There's a person's skin lying right there.
Yeah.
In your basement.
Yeah.
Give me one reason I shouldn't take both of you to the station.
Man, Raphael, I think we should start like recording this stuff. So we have like video
Get
editing,
ourselves a
What?
cameraman.
like footage. Yeah, we need
Murder?
like body cams. Oh no. This is not what we've encountered in the woods. That was not Dave Matthews. That was something wearing his skin. You want to bottle up some of this goo and try to find out what it is? That's not human.
It's
Give it a sniff.
syrup. I don't know.
Yeah, you sniff it and you tell me that smells like syrup.
So
I still probably have like my
ooh,
wound, right? Like I was kind of healed,
Yeah,
It's
you still have
magic.
like a mark.
but yeah, I show him my arm.
you're getting some
That-
major echo, my guy.
Yeah.
Am I? Speak.
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 I think. Oh,
Is it
is it
still
better
there?
now?
As long as we're quiet, it's fine. Oh no. Oh no.
Oh, it's bad again.
Yeah. Well,
Oh, we were doing pretty good. Ooh. Oh. Liam?
William.
Liam?
Here's my phone.
Sweet William.
How about now?
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. I mean, as long as we're not screaming, it's fine.
1 minute. I'm just gonna.
Liam, we love you. Don't leave us.
Maybe push to talk, possibly.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello?
Oh,
I'm just gonna use my phone for now.
Okay.
okay.
Well, one of the things that I can do and have done a couple times now with my magic is observe in other places and times. It's one of my favorites. But
Wait,
I
are
haven't-
you telling him this?
no. I'm monologuing as Micah.
Okay.
However, I haven't yet tried forcing someone else to view another place or time.
Oh.
But
Okay.
I wonder if I might be able to use my big magic and see if I can't show him.
Show him. Okay.
Show him the fight with the thing.
Oh.
Oh. Okay. I think first you're gonna need to manipulate someone.
Oh, what does that mean?
You roll plus charm.
You're
And-
charming.
Am I?
Probably more than me. I got a -1.
Because you're gonna need to get him to do what you want him to do,
to be
which is
a
let
willing
you-
participant in this operation.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Listen, Pearson.
Can I help?
You're gonna need to just trust me here.
Yeah.
I want to show you something. Just give me your hand. 9.
Okay, they'll do it, but only if you do something for them right now to show that you mean it.
Mm.
What are you gonna do?
I want to show you the fight that we had with what we talked about.
What? How? With a reenactment?
No. Myself and some other members of my family are capable of some interesting things. And this is one of those things.
Are you telling me you're a witch? Or psychic? You're psychic, right? You're one of those. You play cards, do the card tricks.
I'm gonna roll my eyes, hold up my arm towards the back wall, and blast it with one of my battle magic ice missile things.
Okay.
With like a huge like crack of crazy energy and yeah.
Yeah, go ahead and roll use magic.
Oh boy.
Oh no.
As you know.
Oh no.
Did you roll what?
I haven't rolled yet.
Okay.
Magic, that's plus weird. 10.
Okay. All right. Yeah. I guess then it goes ahead and just blasts out of your hand and hits the back wall with a loud crack. As there's now some freezy boobies on the wall. There's some ice as well as some like squirming dark energy that's inside of it and around it.
Oh yeah, baby.
And he's like, he falls back onto his ass. It's like, what?
I'm not gonna step towards him, but I am gonna hold my hand out to him, like extending it to him to help him up. It's okay. I told you. We can do some interesting things.
Oh God! I shouldn't have done it. I shouldn't have come back here. I shouldn't have talked. I just.
It's okay. Look, we're trying to help people. We're not trying to, to trick you or anything. We just need you to understand.
Okay. Are you? What are you? Looking to Raphael?
I mean, that's an interesting question. Some would say a wizard or a sorcerer, even magic man, magician, whatever you prefer.
Lucy, are you that too?
I'm just a regular old, God-fearing girl.
And your Raphael, was Uriel the same way?
Taught me everything I know.
God. Okay. He gets up and he's like, Are you telling me that you fought an alien with magic powers?
Well, I had a gun
I'm
and a knife.
I'm gonna keep my hand extended, palm upwards. And just say, I can show you.
He like looks at your palm and he's like, I mean, this might as well happen. And he grabs your hand.
Red pill, my guy. Alright,
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to go big magic and
All right.
show him the fight.
Let's see.
I do way too much magic than what is safe in this universe.
Yeah,
Okay.
could have some very interesting consequences.
It'll be fine.
So big magic is very vague.
Indeed it is.
And I'm gonna go ahead and say that it will have a specific side effect or danger.
Do I know what that side effect or danger could be?
No.
Fuck it.
I think
Oh,
you have some
Raphael.
vague. How much has Raphael tried big magic before, do you think?
I mean, he's never really had much reason to until this crazy woman comes along and she's like, ooh, let's go check out this dead old lady's house when she's fucking some guy out on a fishing trip fighting aliens.
Okay. All right.
So,
Um,
probably not very much.
Then
Trying to put the blame on Lucy.
and as you remember the memory of the battle, Raphael, you both see it, and it looks like you're standing next to each other in the woods that night. And you're looking at yourself battle this monster. And
It's like the
well, as well,
pensieve or whatever.
yeah, you're looking at yourself and Lucy battle this thing. As Lucy is taking control and jamming a knife into its face, and you have it frozen to the ground. Just two badasses doing their job at earning the bread. And he basically jumps out of it. He lets go of your hand, and he's like again upon the floor on his ass. And he's like holding his head, like shaking and jittering. What do you do?
Well, I don't do more magic on the poor guy, that's for sure.
Yeah.
That seems like a bad idea. I'm just... I mean, to me, it just sounds like the kind of like magical sensory overload that you sometimes get when a spell goes a little bit out of your control for a moment. And he's new to it, so he could just be having a bad reaction.
Yeah, seeing
Right.
him react, are you alright? Do you need anything? Okay there?
He looks up at the both of you, and he looks at the the goo, and then he looks at Wallace. And he's like blinking and like
I think we may have shown him too much.
he's blinking a lot at Wallace, and then he looks up at you guys, and his fucking eyes roll back into his head, and he like falls to the floor.
But Raphael, what did you do?
Let's carry him up to one of the sitting rooms and lay him down on the couch and wait for him to come to.
All right, how about we make some? You want me to make some tea? You got servants?
Yeah. But servants? What do you think this is? The 1800s?
Oh, it is a manor.
Jeez.
Yeah, I'd make, boil up some water in a kettle and prepare some tea,
Some nice lapsang tea. Real smoky and delicious.
Yeah. Something, hopefully, that will calm the nerves when he comes back. If he comes back.
I'm just gonna wait for this dweeb to wake up.
Okay,
He's a police officer, and that looks real bad.
Dweeb. All right.
You need to respect, the men in blue.
Does Lucy peddle Blue Lives Matter?
Probably not. I don't think that was a thing yet.
Definitely not.
Definitely not. She
okay.
thinks. Oh, never mind.
So you guys are taking him up?
Yeah, to one of the living rooms.
Okay. Yeah. Go to one of the.
Like a, I don't know, washcloth or something.
Yeah, like a warm, wet wash rag and lay it on his forehead and.
Sure. Yeah. You go ahead and do that. And are you guys just gonna wait it out? Wait until he wakes up?
Yeah, that was the plan.
I mean, I could try to pull some smelling salts out of my ass or whatever to try to help him. Out of a pocket.
I don't know if
my dress has pockets. But
I
I'd rather just try to wait for him to naturally come to, because it seemed like he had quite a shock to his system.
Yeah. We are also still waiting for what's his face to show up.
Lovecraft friend.
For Howard.
Oh, that's gonna be weird if he shows up and we got this passed out cop.
Yeah.
And then the cop wakes up. It's probably still not good. Hey, here's a Lovecraft magic man. You're welcome, police officer.
Yeah. You guys wait for a couple hours.
Oh, sure.
It's like 1 p.m. now.
He's really been out for a long time.
And
he's not dead, right? Like,
no, he was breathing.
He's got good vital signs.
Yeah, he was breathing.
His mind may not be intact.
That's what the tea is for.
And you hear a knock at the door.
I'll go answer.
Okay.
Oh boy.
You go ahead and you open the door. Have you met? I assume you've interacted in real life with Howard before.
Yes.
Okay. Then you see his very familiar face as you open the door. And he's like, "Hey.
How's it going?" Come on in, bud.
Yeah. I feel like we should unpack some things.
Yes. Before we get too crazy, you should know that there is currently a police officer unconscious on my couch.
I wouldn't expect anything less from you.
I was doing something mildly experimental, and it seems to have gone slightly awry.
Oh no, what did you do, the police officer?
Well, he was kind of having a hard time grasping, the wizards fighting aliens in the forest thing. So it's like, I'll just show you. And so I tried to show him, and I thought that it worked, but now he's been unconscious for a few hours.
You told him you fought an alien.
Well, he was going on about some sort of, like, Nazi wizards and some sort of, like, tainted plutonium or some shit. I don't know. Some kind of drug. And he was going on about the Lovecrafts, you guys.
That's not good.
Yeah, it was crazy. So I was like, here, check out this alien. But
oh god, we should unpack some things.
I was more tactful about it than that, obviously.
Right.
It didn't end up well, though.
Tactful has apparently passed out on your couch.
Yes.
Yeah, he now it's in me. Now the jitters are in me. If you have the door open, he'll walk in.
Yes.
And he'll say, "We should all maybe convene away from the police officer."
Sure. Want to step into the kitchen and get some tea?
Yeah. He walks in there. Is Lucy in here? Or is she with Pearson?
You're muted, Jen.
I am? Oh shit.
Not anymore.
Yeah, yeah. She was with the deputy, but if they call her over, she'll head over because he doesn't seem to be waking up.
Okay. Well, you walk in to see a man that's roughly 6'5" in height. He is pretty lanky. Has sort of an interesting kind of Lovecraft vibe, but with kind of a 5 o'clock shadow and like a goatee. So kind of Edgar Allan Poe-esque in appearance, but with facial hair, He says, "Oh, nice to meet you."
Yeah, pleasure's all mine.
He looks to Raphael. Who's this?
Oh, right. Howard, this is my my girlfriend Lucy. Lucy, this is Howard Lovecraft.
Well, it's nice to meet you. Yeah. Well, I there's pressing matters.
Oh, right.
My house was broken into about a month ago. I thought they were just stealing some things that looked important. I didn't know that they knew if it was something, but someone stole my grandfather's works as like secret work, not published material.
I see.
Like old.
So his work on the reptilians then.
No.
Like research, like documents, things, or
like yes. Documents on seeing things, on chemicals. That's it. It adds
like
up.
Unilaterate.
Yes.
Right, that's what it was. No plutonium.
No, I've never heard of this. thing. Now I see why.
Well, on the bright side, nobody has any atomic bombs.
If you say
But
so.
you're right. We need to look into this.
Raphael,
Yep.
is there any reason an old woman is following you?
Excuse me?
There's an old woman right next to you.
What? I'm looking around. What? You saying things?
I'm seeing an old woman. Did you know her?
Old woman.
He describes to you, to a T, the appearance of Teresa Smithers.
Oh, you can see ghosts because we heard on the radio that she died in the house fire. Which is such a damn shame.
I can see a lot of things.
Like dead people.
Well, for one. Yes.
She's following Raphael specifically? You can tell that?
Well, she's standing right next to him. I don't know if it's him or if she's following you, but she's here.
I wave my hands and where I think, he's looking. Do I feel anything or
No.
no cold spot?
Unfortunately, you can't feel ghosts.
Yeah, not one of my talents. Well,
I can ask what's wrong, but she's looking expectantly at the both of you. Did you know this woman?
She was one of the people that we talked to when we were trying to find Dave Matthews.
yeah, she had seen him after he had disappeared.
Ma'am, do you know where you are? Do you know what you're doing? And I think it takes a little bit of him asking a couple different questions, and her responding silently. That he says, she seems to think that you both are part of a cult, and she thinks that you're responsible for this.
Oh no. So, is it really a thing where if someone has unfinished business or something like that, they don't go on to heaven or hell or wherever?
I don't know ghost law, but that seems to reason.
Ghost law. That's a shame. I really liked her.
I know someone who sells ghost insurance. He might have the hookup.
There is
ghost credit.
She doesn't need any ghost credit.
I'm getting me a Subaru.
Yeah, I love that one.
Unfortunately, mine hasn't been invented yet. Oh my god, I just burped and sneezed at the same time. That was very...
Oh no.
Burp sneeze.
That was very uncomfortable.
I'm so sorry. We have so many problems now. We got a vengeful spirit.
I mean, exorcisms aren't that hard to do.
She's not angry with you.
Yeah, I'm not trying to get rid of her.
Well, I'd rather she, leave the earth and go on.
She says that weird things started happening in Aldenburg as soon as that cult broke out of the hospital.
What cult? Why does she think we're related to a cult? I have nothing to do with it. And I like pause and thinking to myself about like Mama's letter. Oh, maybe. Anyway, I think we're getting distracted. You need to see the body or what the thing was wearing, I guess, because it seemed to be gone.
Sure. It's gone?
Mostly, yeah. It left behind some goo and the skin. It's in the basement. When you're ready to look, it's a grisly sight, for sure.
Yeah.
Right. Please show me to it.
Okay.
I'm gonna go check on the deputy before we do.
Yeah. I hate leaving him by himself, but I don't really know what else we could do for him. So try to make him comfortable.
Yeah. You walk back into the living room, and you see that Deputy Pearson is sitting upright on the couch and rubbing his head.
Oh.
Deputy, you're finally awake.
He jumps a little bit when you speak.
Oh.
And settles back down quickly. Says, I just had a crazy dream.
Right.
Where am I?
You're at my house.
Okay, I could tell. Gaudy.
Rude.
A bit overly indulgent.
What? Alright. This isn't about my house. This is about the weird alien thing in my basement.
Yeah.
Do you say that?
Yeah.
Oh, God. I was hoping it was a dream.
Oh, I'm afraid it's all real. Here, have some tea, and I pour him like a fresh cup. It's still hot.
God. Is there any alcohol in this?
There can be.
Yeah, that can be arranged, my guy. I'll step out of the room and go find some rum.
I just need a little to calm my nerves.
Yeah, I understand. You had quite a shock there. Raphael must have, I guess messing with the mind must be really stressful. You seem to be talking just fine, and I know it's a bit weird to take it all in, but I trust you can handle it. Just processing. But you believe us, right?
I can only believe one thing in this world, and that's what my own eyes see, so I can't do anything to say that I don't believe you. I would be lying.
Good.
Weird stuff is happening around your parents before and
I suppose so. Yeah.
all coming together.
Yeah.
I knew that I was in a spot and I was in another spot instantly. And I didn't walk there.
Well, if it makes you feel better, you weren't technically there. You're just seeing it through my memories.
No. I'm talking about when I was up against that perp with your parents.
Oh, I see.
That we were. Don't know why I let them onto the scene, but there was a guy who was jumping at us, and he looks kind of overwhelmed a little bit again. He's like, he jumped at me, and your father looked at me, and then I was not in the line of fire.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Can you teleport like a beam me up Scotty sort of thing?
In theory, it's possible. Never done it myself. I've seen it done.
And I think it's at this point that Raphael kind of it clicks. Teleportation is one of the strongest and perhaps coolest forms of transfiguration in the magical world.
Yeah.
In that whatever circumstance it was in, that's the kind of magical trace that you had detected.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And the abjuration certainly was just a kind of a ward spell.
Okay.
Is it still down there?
Yeah, we were actually about to take my my acquaintance down there to see it. He's sort of an expert on these sorts of things. And I'll gesture towards Howard, who I assume is standing behind me, probably in the doorway.
Awkwardly behind you. How tall is Raphael?
Like 5'7", 5'9", somewhere in there.
Then certainly towering above you.
Oh yeah.
And he waves at the officer. I'm sorry, did you say the full name?
No. I didn't say his name at all. I just called him my acquaintance.
Right, okay. Then he'll wave at Deputy Pearson, and he'll kind of put his hand up hesitantly and kind of do a little shake of the hand, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's an aleontologist.
Something like that.
Howard, he looks at him. And he's like, no. I mean, something like that, but it's not aliens.
Well, regardless, Mr. Ripley, would you like to, go down and see the carnage?
Yes. And he'll walk out of the door and wait for you.
Let's go.
I'll turn back to the deputy. I assume you don't want to have to experience this twice.
Not in one day. Oh god, I've seen murder victims. This is infinitely worse. He'll take that rum.
If it makes you feel any better, that's just the mess that it leaves when we win.
Right. What receptacle did you bring this rum in?
Well, I had just brought out the bottle because I was gonna pour a little bit into his tea for him.
Oh, yeah. He just he drinks a whole bunch of the tea, right? Like almost down to the bottom, and then pours rum in it to around the top. And he takes a couple of swigs. He's like, I can handle it. I can go down there. I want to know what's going on just as much as you do.
Oh.
I respect that.
Mm.
And with that, I will turn around and start leading the way back down to the basement.
To the basement.
All right. You guys go down to the basement, and as soon as you are within eyesight of it, Howard will take the lead. And walk up to it and kind of crouch down. And it's just with a little observation that he kind of uses his bare hands to move some of the skin around. He's like, yep. Well, I know what it is.
Oh.
Do tell.
These are like parasites. They sort of they live in the corners of the universe, basically like termites, and they eat away at things. My among other things, my grandfather wrote about them. They sometimes come from floods, from particularly sacred places. They can wash up on shores. They, regardless of where they come from or where they originate, they can only target people if they're in sort of a between state between the material and immaterial. Do you know what I mean?
Well, what about the light?
Oh, the in a more metaphysical form, these things they manifest as light. Mostly, it's because a human mind can't really see them if it isn't attached to a person. You know?
I see.
It's incomprehensible if you've read my grandfather's works.
Right.
Which are all stolen, you said?
Well, no, not his. I mean, his published works. There was much truth to all of it. People just don't know.
Oh, right. Well,
They.
Hmm.
It seems like you managed to kill it. The best way to kill them is by fire.
I should have used the flamethrower.
My ice magic seemed to work pretty well.
Mm.
They are vulnerable to extremes. They aren't used to extreme temperatures from this planet anyway.
But they're not aliens?
No, they're not. They're not little gray people that ride
I-
around. That ride around in flying saucers.
Well,
They're not necessarily aliens in the sense of what people tend to mean when they say aliens.
well, extraterrestrial parasites.
Then sure, extraterrestrials, aliens.
So,
If they're here, that someone, and I'm willing to bet whoever stole my grandfather's works has brought them here or helped bring them here.
must have, because then this unilaterate is fed to victims, and is that what enables them to be
Yes.
taken over because they're messes with their head somehow?
Well, unilaterate not only opens your mind up to viewing a world beyond ours, it puts you there temporarily in sort of a strange, well, like I said, between state of being here and there at the same time.
Hmm.
The old woman keeps yelling at me. She's telling me that the cult is behind it. I don't know what she's talking about.
It's not reptilians, is it? Is she a
Is it
fan of the
reptilians? No, she says it's not reptilians.
cult?
What's their name? Of course you don't know. Okay. She says in the mental hospital. Not too far from Aldenburg. I don't know what she's talking about.
Well, I suppose there's one way to find out.
What?
Yeah.
Go and check out this hospital that she's talking about.
Do you think that's safe?
It's a mental hospital. What are they gonna do? Crazy me to death?
She says it's abandoned.
Oh.
Even better. No people to worry about.
It shut down when she was still alive.
Hmm. Yeah. A lot of places have been losing funding and things have been getting shut down. It's a damn shame.
Right. Is this all that I was needed for?
I mean, we just needed your help identifying the situation. We appreciate it. Appreciate you coming down, giving us your insight. You've been very, very helpful.
Yeah, you sure
Sure.
have. Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm very tired.
We're gonna see what we can do about your grandpa's stuff.
Well,
Yeah.
I have it all in my head. More for keepsake than anything, and he was a horrible racist anyway. I don't really care if any of his things were stolen.
I mean, obviously, this information and materials getting into the wrong hands is quite the predicament. People are going missing and parasites taking over their bodies if this is happening to the other missing persons too.
Then I wish you luck.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
I'm gonna stay in town. If there's anything else you need, don't be strangers. Text me if you need to.
Of course.
All right. Then I'll take my leave. And he starts walking back up the stairs. Then you turn and you're looking at Pearson now, who's behind you guys, and he's like, again, he looks dumbfounded, like that that thing in SpongeBob where he's like,
yeah. Yeah, this is quite a lot to take in. I admit. Did you want the skin? Did you want this as evidence for something?
That's probably a really bad idea.
I don't want
raise
the
a
skin.
lot more questions than we can answer.
Because people are going missing, and perhaps more of them are being used by these things. And I would like to see justice for these people.
I can't take this into the station.
Right.
And have it be.
They wouldn't understand.
Normal. I wish it's my job. I wish I could. But I can't tell them that my magic friends killed an alien.
Well, I'm not magic, I assure you.
Right.
Yeah, finding out what's in that whiskey was very helpful, and I hope you can look into this stuff with your own resources.
1 minute. I'll be right back, guys.
Okay. And I saw your message, so I'm assuming we'll probably wrap it up soon.
Okay.
We can remind him if he didn't say it. Yeah, crazy stuff. I didn't expect like the ghost of Teresa Smithers.
Right.
And now it sounds like it's background stuff being mixed in there. Like, oh shit.
Background stuff?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Oh, just things. But yeah.
Yeah. Let's. I know this. It would be kind of a shorter session if it's
Yeah. We
too
probably should
late
wrap
for
it
you
up
guys.
soon because
Yeah.
his computer we don't want it to overheat.
Yeah, I don't know what the problem is this week, but my computer is like not enjoying OBS tonight. So I'll have to workshop that over the next week and see if I can't get it fixed so that we can, because I know that it can work for longer periods of time because I've done it before, but yeah.
Maybe it's got extra stuff running in the background for some reason.
I'm not
It's
sure.
just, yeah.
Yeah, I'll try to fix it after we finish up.
Sure.
Regardless.
About like another like 20 minutes or so. Is that good?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, because I don't want to keep you guys too late or make your computer overheat.
Yeah. Okay.
Um,
So, what was the last thing?
Pearson was saying that he can't take it in.
Right.
Well, I ordered a freezer to keep all this in. So
Gonna keep the man's skin in a freezer?
what else would you have me do with it? Let it rot?
I understand, like, as a Christian, I'd rather see the remains properly taken care of. But right now, I think we need to keep it as evidence to try to bring these creatures of justice of some sort. See if we can stop this from happening. No one else needs to be mutilated and, you know, used for whatever purposes.
I mean, I understand.
Yeah, I know it's hard.
I didn't know that. I guess thank you for letting me in on everything.
Yeah, I mean, you seem like the one that we could talk to without being thrown in jail or just dismissed as crazy right away. You were willing to listen, and thank you very much for that.
Well, you've shown me things. And I suppose my history with your parents. It's like prepared me. No, didn't prepare me.
I don't know how you be prepared for something like this.
All right.
Are
I'm
you gonna be okay to drive?
No, I drank a bunch of rum just now.
Right, that too.
How about we call you a cab?
God, my car's here.
Yeah.
Then I have to work still.
I think you're gonna have to call in sick.
All right. Yeah, that's probably best. Yeah, he'll I guess with you guys, he'll go back upstairs. Or with one of you.
Go, we'll both go.
Yep.
I don't want to be down there with that skin.
Yeah, same.
And he's gonna go towards the door and go outside to the road and kind of try to call a cab.
Okay.
He before he does, will say thanks again, and we'll stay in touch, I suppose.
Of course, I'll keep you updated on what's been going on.
Yeah. Yeah, and he goes outside and calls the cab. Not long before one pulls up and he gets in. And drives off.
All right, I suppose we should prepare to head to
An abandoned mental hospital.
the mental hospital.
I'm starting to get really worried here. The ghost of Teresa Smithers going on about a cult, saying we were part of it. I've shown you Mama's letter to me. There was some weird cult stuff going on, she said. I'm worried if that's related then.
There's always weird cult stuff going on. It's kind of hard to know when the truly spooky shit's happening. But looks like we stumbled upon the winner this time.
Yeah. Kind of wish I had 2 flamethrowers. I think I should get another one.
You can only use one at a time.
Well, it only has so much juice, you know?
So get 2 fuel tanks, not 2 flamethrowers.
But just imagine, I run up with 2, one in each hand.
You
They're a little
wouldn't
heavy,
be
but
able
I
to
think I
wield
can-
them. They take 2 hands to operate.
Yeah, but it'd look cool running in, you know?
Would you rather look cool and be dead? Or
I'm just trying to make myself feel better about this. Yeah, let's go to this abandoned mental hospital. Well, I'll have to figure out which one it is. I'm sure it's not hard to find on the interweb.
right? Yeah,
Then,
go look it up.
then I think with that, the dark synth music will play again.
Ooh.
As our camera pans out, and we see Stephen Pearson looking worried out the window of the backseat of a taxi cab, and he's just super tired, so and like dozes in the back, trying to keep his eyes open. And the screen fades to black, and the session is
Oh.
Wow.
Right. That's crazy. Well,
Yeah.
thank you.
Yeah. Thanks for running the game for us, Liam.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching, Jake.
Thanks for playing the game, and thank you for the watchers who watched, Jake.
Yes.
In future gen.
Yes.
And future gen.
And past Jake. Dun dun dun.
Oh shit.
Oh shit.
Impressive.